Yo, what's poppin' everybody? I am back here on the channel once again bringing you guys a pretty important video today, honestly. So today we're going to be talking about every single OU mon in the tier and how to respectively check and counter them. I got the idea for this video from just in general people asking me questions, how to deal with this mon, how to deal with that, what switches into this, just all those type of questions. And while the answer can be really simple, I feel like there's a lot more depth that goes into that, especially when you're talking about the most common threats at the moment, as well as some obvious threats like Cloister. um, I've been getting a lot of questions about Cinderace as well, which I will get into. I really have a lot to say about Cinderace. But yeah, let's just get right into it, man. So I don't want to spend too much time on every mon, because I feel like some of the mons that you can check it with are pretty obvious. So let's just get right into it, man. Let's go Aegislash for the first one. Now, right off the bat, I know what you're already thinking. Definitely Mandibuzz is a great switch into this. In general, for both of its sets, physical SD or even specs can take a hit pretty well, honestly. And just in general, it's Mandibuzz's um, natural bulk and its move pool deals with both sets, in my opinion. Like I said, with the SD set, you got Foul Play, takes a hit easily. That base defense is pretty high, honestly. And even with the spec set, you already know you run a lot of SPDF on this in general anyways, so you can hit it hard with knock, you can hit the SD set with foul play, shit like that, so I feel like this is the go-to counter to most ghost mons in general in the tier, like Gengar, Dragapult, great Dragapult switching, and not bad of a not bad of a Hydreigon switching, although you gotta watch out for Draco because it definitely kills from full at +2, so. But yeah, Mandibuzz in general is just the main check to Aegislash. So, and you see Mandibuzz a lot nowadays, so that's great. So Aegislash, well, it's a very good mon. I don't know. The only thing it really has going for it at the moment is like priority sneak, but like a lot of things get sucker as well, so it's kind of tough to kind of make Aegislash work. But Aegislash can still work as a breaker, not necessarily a mon that can sweep you the game, but can definitely pick up some kills. So Aegislash. Mandibuzz is a great check. Should I name like other checks? I don't know. Like, um, Mandibuzz is pretty obvious. 1v1 it doesn't win a lot. Like you gotta set up first 1v1 against most things. So like Rotom Heat, 1v1 at full. Rotom Heat usually wins. Like just type effectiveness, and like fast, hard hitting mons like Cinderace, stuff like that. So, um, yeah, Aegislash, yeah, Mandibuzz is just the main check. That's all I'm gonna say. But there's a lot more, obviously. So let's move on to Bisharp. Now, Bisharp, for me, in my opinion, the biggest check to it is anything that learns press, bro. Like, straight up. Anything that learns press and can eat a hit. So, a main one of my favorite ways to deal with Bisharp is like Komodo. You can give it some speed just to make it just over its max speed. And hit it hard with body press, as well as certain walls like Pharaoh and not Mandibuzz, but Corviknight hit it pretty hard with body press and kill, I'm pretty sure, because it's quite effective. So yeah, Bisharp, that fighting weakness is very tough, just because everything learns CC and press. So yeah, that's the main way to check Bisharp. Just press or any fighting type, Mach Punch, very good checks. So Bisharp, that's it for him. Unfortunate. So Cinderace. Now, I've been waiting to get to this one because I get a lot of questions, man, with Cinderace. So, in my opinion, Cinderace, I don't think it's incredibly busted like people say. It's a very good mon, don't get me wrong, but it's not that busted. It suffers from 4 move slot syndrome. Very tough. Like, honestly, once you figure out the set in game, you should be golden. Like, there's been situations where certain Cinderaces just lose the game just because they don't have, the other move that decide to cut. Like sometimes if Cinderace doesn't have Sucker, then a Ghost type can easily like destroy this thing, like a fast Ghost type. And for example, if you do have Sucker, they might not have Gunk, they might not have HJK, so you can't hit Primarina and stuff like that with Gunk. So um, just stuff like that. Once you figure out the set, man, you should just figure out a way. Like you gotta figure out whether it has like Sucker, because Sucker is a game-changing move for it, in my opinion. So I think mandatory almost. But like I said, it suffers from 4 move slot syndrome. Like it's just crazy. So a way you can check it, honestly, you just find out the set and then react accordingly. Like I said, if it doesn't have Sucker, then you just go with a fast Ghost type, and your team should have a Ghost type, because Ghost type in this gen is pretty good, honestly, with Dragapult, stuff like that, Gengar. And what else? Como is a great wall to as well. Takes pyro balls, takes HJKs pretty well. As well as Hippo eats pretty much any hit it has. But yeah, like I said, just a wall. Just bring in a wall that you know that checks Cinderace when you know it doesn't have this certain move. If you get what I'm saying, honestly, that's all I can say. Like the main thing I say with Cinderace, like I said, is just to figure out the set it has. Like that's straight up. And then if it doesn't have X move, then you just take advantage of that. So that's it for Cinderace. So for Clef, not gonna spend too much time on it. Everyone already knows what beats Clef because everyone already knows what Clef does. So you know, Clef hit it with a super effective move. That's all I'm gonna say. Like a lot, it's not that fast, so you just hit it hard with drill. You got Aegis Slash, like a +2 flash cannon after like some chip, as well. Um, what else? What else? Like Zera Orb, it's like Spadef. You just hit it with 2 Plasma Fists and you're good. Like a lot of things like beat Clef is just the utility of Clef is what's the best part of it. But it sponges special hits pretty well. So yeah, that's it for Clef. So for Cloyster, like a main thing with Cloyster, like this is the one I get asked the most, which is kind of shocking to me because it's pretty obvious. Like there's not a certain mon that I can say, but it's what you do in game, like how you play it. So with Cloyster, I feel like you can't let it smash for free. Like that's like number one. You can't let it smash for free, and don't let it get in. Like don't let Cloyster get in on a mon that's on a wall basically that doesn't do any damage and can't hit it hard enough because you really want to attack this the moment it gets in because you know it's going to shell smash. Like if it doesn't shell smash, then it's useless. So you got to make sure you get it in on a threat and hit it pretty hard, and then sack the mon that's currently in, and then finish it off with some priority, and it gets that defense drop anyways from shell smash. So like you're good, you're golden. Like priority, like a lot of priority, like Sucker. Like someone told me like, yo, but Cloyster has high defenses. Well, that doesn't matter. Shell Smash drops its defense, so pretty much any priority like Conk can kill it sneak. And like I said, you gotta get it down first. Like while it goes for the smash, you just hit it really really hard and then finish it off with priority, and it should kill, man. It's like hit it hard and then a defense drop and then plus priority. It's like you're good as long as like Ice Shard doesn't kill you, which a lot of these mons like Aegis Slash doesn't die to Ice Shard, like Conk doesn't. You just mock. Just simple shit, man, honestly. So that's it for Cloyster. So move on to Conk. Now Conk is, I just want to talk about Conk real quick because Conk is a mon that I'm really really struggling with at the moment. I just played a Gen 8 tourney and like half the teams had Conk, and my team loses very very hard to Conk. Like, I still found a way to deal with it, but it was just so tough. I lost like you lose some mons trying to deal with Conk if you don't have like a straight up Conk check. Um, like certain balance teams get wrecked by Conk, honestly, because Conk's just crazy. Priority mock can hit ghost types with knock. So let's see what checks Conk, because I'm trying to find out for myself, honestly. Like it's very very tough. Like Togekiss checks Conk pretty well. Something that resists every single stab, not every single stab, every single coverage move. Because the standard sets facade, excuse me, facade, knock, mock, and drain. So you gotta find a mon that's like resists pretty much all those moves. So but maybe 1v1. I mean, I don't know, man. Like the only thing I can think of at the moment, maybe I'm just blanking, but like I said, ghost types. If you can get it in 1v1 after the little chip from Flame Orb, rocks, or some chip damage in general, you gotta just revenge kill this thing, man. Something that can't go priority on you. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Not too much, man. Like you can say a breaker like Hydreigon, but it has Mach Punch, like you know. Um, like Corviknight, I guess, like max defense Corviknight, Pex as well. Yeah, probably Pex. What else hits it pretty hard? Primarina does well against it, I guess. Um, yeah, bro, not a lot. Like Conk's a problem. I feel like once Lele comes in though, it's like it's chill. But like Togekiss is like my main Conk answer, but I don't really have Conk answers for my team. Like Hippo's a great wall against it too, but you just gotta be careful, man. You can't go hard Hippo; it's just gonna destroy you. But my strategy for Conk is just like let it get chip from burn, and then like finishing off with a fast ghost type. Like honestly, I think ghost types are the way to go against Conk. Just to ensure the kill so they don't mock you. So Corviknight, not gonna spend too much time on it. It's a wall, so pretty much anything that hits it super effectively. You just gotta figure out which set Corviknight is and which spread it is. If it's helmet defensive or if it's SPDEF invested, like, and just hit it on the other side. Um, that's pretty much it. It's pretty standard. So Dragapult, I get this a lot as well, even though I don't understand why, because Dragapult's been around since the beginning, so it's not the hardest check. One of the sets I've been seeing right now is Specs Hex, but like I said, a fast mon like Zeraora does good damage to it with knock. Fast ghost types, Scarf ghost types. I don't really see too many Scarf Bolt nowadays. I think that's kind of died down. Sucker Punch as well. Sneak from Aegislash. Destroys it pretty hard. What else? What else? What else? What else? Not Komodo. Primarina destroys it as well. Sub CM. You got what else? Like a lot of things, man. Like Tyranitar too is like as well. And as I mentioned in the beginning, Mandibuzz checks it so good, man. Mandibuzz, T-Tar, shit like that. And as well, figure out the set of it. If it's DD, that's kind of tougher because DD's kind of like, I really like DD a lot, just because it gets really really fast and it hits really hard if they don't have a fairy or if their fairy's dead. But for that set, I'd say Corviknight walls it. But I've seen a lot of Phantom Force as well, so yeah. So you just gotta figure out what set it is. So Drill, the most popular set I'm seeing right now is Sash, honestly, which is great. Like Sash beats a lot of things, like Cinderace 1v1 beats a lot of things 1v1, honestly. But Corviknight with Press again is a great wall. Balloon Aegislash walls it. Flying types in general, wall this thing. I'm running a Rock Slide on mine on my with my Sandcore with Sand Rush with SD, so it hits harder. After a +2 with Rock Slide, so but pretty much anything that hits is super effective. Seismitoad does pretty well. If it's Mold Breaker, you're fucked with Rotom Heat, but I guess against Sand Rush, you got Rotom Heat. Como checks it pretty well. Como checks it great actually with Press. Defensive Como at least. So yeah, I think I mentioned enough for Drill. So let's go to Pharaoh. Fire types. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Any fire type move, fighting move, whatever, man. Like it's pretty obvious how to deal with Pharaoh. So Gengar. I haven't seen Gengar too much at the moment. Gengar was a pretty niche pick a couple months ago, or just like not too long ago, honestly. But I haven't seen too many Gengar at the moment. But fast ghost type, sucker punch, priority moves, sneak, stuff like that. You got Bisharp. Like I said, what's it called? SPDEF, Mandibuzz. Tyranitar checks it pretty well defensively. You just gotta watch out for the Sludge Wave. Like if you're trying to rely on Clef, but it's usually running a choice item anyways with Trick, so you just gotta be wary of that. Sub Nasty Plot's kind of crazy too, but I don't see too many of that as well. So yeah, let's move on. Grimmsnarl, I mean it is a screen mon, it's a prankster mon, so you like it's pretty obvious how to deal with it. It's gonna get up screens regardless, so you kind of just want to stall it out with a wall. Maybe like Pharaoh. I don't know, man. Like when I see a Grimmsnarl on the team, I'm just like, okay, I'll just stall out screens and just kill it. Or even while it's setting up screens, you can just get some chip on it. It's like, it's fine, honestly. Grimmsnarl can't really hit you hard with Spirit Break, for example, if you're a Steel type. What else? Hat's great. I really really like Hat. What have I been seeing lately? I've been seeing AV a lot. Healing Wish on it as well. But what checks this? Any Steel type, fast Steel type. Iron Head from Aegislash. You got an Iron Head from Drill. It's pretty frail on the defensive side, I'd say. Mostly people run SPDEF on it, but I mean, you know, you can easily check this thing. Ghost type moves as well. But I really like Hat as a great pivot with Magic Bounce. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory with Hat. Let's move on here to Lucha. Now Lucha has been getting a lot of usage, mainly because Rillaboom has been in the tier, spamming that grassy surge, man. So Lucha has been taking the meta by storm offensively. But a great way to check this is you just gotta know when it's gonna, like, don't let it SD on you for sure. And you just gotta pressure it as soon as it comes in. So Hippo checks it really really well in my opinion. Eats a hit from +2 as well. Unaware mons, shit like that. Like Underwear Clef can be good against it. Rotom Heat with Discharge does very well against it. It gets that defense boost from the seed, so kind of want to hit it special. Honestly, Moonblast hits it pretty hard. I think no, it definitely kills. What the fuck? Literally just happened to me. Um, what else? What else? Like any Draco can kill it. Like honestly, just something that walls it. Like Aegislash walls it pretty well. Honestly, if it's not running Throat Chop. But I've seen Roost a lot on it, so you should be straight with Aegislash shit like that. Like Lucha's not too much of a threat just because you already know what it's gonna do. So really no point in spending too much time on this. So Hippo, not gonna go over this. It's a wall. Just hit it hard on the special side, super effectively. Um, so Hydreigon, it's one of my favorite breakers at the moment. Right now, Plot is getting a lot of popularity. Has a great speed tier as well. Um, let's see here. I think it's 324. Yeah, it has a great speed tier. Right off the bat, I want to mention like Clef. Although you gotta watch out for Flash. Although I don't think Flash kills at +2. It barely lives like at 6. So, and you got Mandibuzz. Like I said, you just gotta make sure you don't get hit with +2 Draco, because that's gonna kill. What else walls it pretty well? Spadef Corviknight walls it. I said Clef already. Primarina walls it as well, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Primarina goes crazy on this. Can sub up 2 on it. Switch freely as well. What else? What else? Scarf mons like Tarak, shit like that, man. It's time for effective to fairy, so pretty much like a fast dash should be great as well. Spadef hat too, like you can eat a hit it with Draining Kiss. But yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. Like special walls, fairy types, shit like that. So Rachi, bro, I haven't seen Rachi too much to even speak on this, but Rachi's not even a threat in my opinion. Ghost types, fire types are very popular. Ghost types plus like Cinderace check this pretty hard. You just gotta figure out what set it is. It's a very niche pick at the moment, in my opinion. Sokomo, hit it with a fairy type move. Clef walls it pretty well, honestly, and usually forces the switch. Um, what else? Let's look here. Hat as well. Lucha destroys this with acrobatics. Like you can set up freely on this as well if it doesn't have detail. Hydreigon destroys this. Like Como is still great though, in my opinion. One of the best defensive mons at the moment. I really like it. Primarina destroys it as well. Like just a lot of things, like the obvious things. Because move on to Kyurem. Now this is sad because Kyurem has seen a drop in usage in my opinion. I haven't seen Kyurem at all lately. Like it's been tough for Kyurem. But Spadef, Corviknight walls it. You can outstall it with Roost, stuff like that. Clefable. Balloon Aegislash walls it pretty well. Drill, Understand walls. I'm pretty sure I could eat a hit as well. What else? What else? Pretty much anything that hits it super effectively, like a fast Draco. Like a lot of things threaten this as well. This thing's not that fast, you guys. This thing is not that fast. So, when I do see this mon, it's like a Scarf set, which I guess makes sense, but it's not something to worry about. Mandibuzz. Let's see. I don't really want to spend too much time on the pivots because like, Mandibuzz is great actually. Doesn't really die to anything. It doesn't really get O-code, shit like that. You kind of have to get a boost to destroy this thing, which I really like about Mandibuzz. One of the great pivots in this gen. So let's move on to Mew. Now, I've just been seeing like fast top Mew with rocks and shit like that, so it's pretty obvious like a ghost type, dark type, anything, man. Like Mew's not that threatening in my opinion. It's just you just gotta watch out for the cosmic power. So if you know it's cosmic power, you can't let it get in on like a wall basically, or else it's gonna cosmic power unless you have an even faster taunt, which I highly doubt it because this thing's pretty fast. But yeah, Mew, you just gotta make sure it doesn't cosmic power, man. But that's the only set I've been seeing. That cosmic power and rocks. Mimikyu, I don't want to talk about this trash, man. Like you should know how to deal with Mimikyu. Ninetales, not even a threat. It just sets up Veil and dies. So Primarina now, I love this mon at the moment. Sub CM is crazy. It moves up to OU. what was it, UU or UUBL before? I don't even know. But the most popular set right now, and it's pretty obvious from the get-go, is sub CM. So you just gotta make sure it gets a lot of free subs though. So you gotta make sure it doesn't get a free sub on you. Like that's deadass how to check it. Don't make it get a free sub on you, and make sure you have something that switches into it comfortably. Like I've been using SPDEF Pex. It does pretty well. Honestly, it outstalls it with haze and shit like that. So SPDEF Pex is great on it, but just in general, a lot of things you can deal with. But Primarina is great right now. If it gets like a couple of combines up under a sub, it's like kind of a wrap, honestly. Um, I think Pharaoh destroys it pretty well. Actually, like with the whip, I guess. But if it gets to burn on you, it's like it's wraps. Um, what else? I've seen Gunk on Cinderace just to deal with this shit, and it's kind of surprising because Gunk OHKOs because you're not that defensive unless you have defense investment. But you know, Cinderace with Gunk is a tech, I guess. But yeah, Primarina goes kind of crazy, man. Honestly. So just move on here. Rotom now. Mold Breaker Drill right off the bat, I'm gonna say is the best check for it. Mold Breaker Drill, it's faster than it, and it just kills it because it's quite effective. But let's look at another way to check it. I wonder how much. I'm pretty sure HJK 2-hit KOs. Um, but I like running a little bit of Spadef on mine, so I was gonna say like a hard Draco, but I don't know. I don't know if that's worth. Um, there are a lot of ways to deal with Rotom though. It's just a great mon in general. So Primarina, no, not really. Maybe it can take a discharge after like a couple combines, but 1v1, nah, I don't think Primarina is checking it. Seismitoad is the obvious one. It literally you can't touch it. So I really like Seismitoad in that manner. T-Tar as well checks it. So Seismitoad, like Grass Knot, shit like that. Honestly, like it's kind of falling out of usage just because obviously Dracovish is not in the meta. So I've been seeing a lot of Swift Swim variants. So even in Swift Swim, like while it can be threatening, there are ways to deal with it. If you have another weather setter on the team, if you have something that hits it hard, because this thing is not that like bulky, especially if it's the offensive sets. Just hit it hard with pretty much anything, man. But you just gotta watch out because under rain this thing's a demon. But let's move on. Shuckle, you already know what it does. It just sets up. It has Encore, sets up webs, shit like that. So and it has red cards, so you just gotta lead correctly against it. That's my best advice for Shuckle. So for Tarak, I haven't seen Tarak too much as well, man. But a great way to check it is ghost types. Balloon Aegislash as well is great on it. I don't think it can touch ghost types unless it runs like Stone Edge, which you know misses most of the time anyways. Mach Punch from Conkeldurr. What else? Like Fast Drill, Undersand. What's a wall though? Like Corviknight walls it pretty well defensively. What else? I guess no, not Rotom. It hits it hard with the Stone Edge. What else? What else? Como walls it as well. Hits it hard with Body Press. Not Rachi. I mean maybe Rachi, but not exactly. Did I say Corviknight already? I probably did, but Corviknight just in case. Like Tarak's in a weird spot right now. I don't really see it doing too much, but it's still a great mon. So Togekiss. Now I haven't seen Togekiss as well, but when I do see it, it's either the Scarf set or the Sub Nasty plot. I've been seeing a lot of weird moves on it though. Maybe that's just me, but I've seen some weird sets on this. So let's look at a check for this. Like Scarf Togekiss is pretty threatening with Air Slash, but like Rotom Heat checks it pretty well. What else? What else checks it pretty well? T-Tar checks it immensely. Spadef, Corviknight does. Clefable to an extent, I guess. Provided you don't get flinched. Drill is faster than it, hits it with Iron Head. Steel types in general, Aegislash, but you just gotta watch out for the Flamethrower. But it's fine, I guess. Rachi, Scarf Rachi does well against it. Cure? No, not cure him. But yeah, just the walls that I mentioned, basically. Like Togekiss is not a big threat. It's just really, really annoying at times with Serene Grace. And if it gets that sub nasty plot on you and you're not faster than it, it's kind of wraps. Pex. A lot of people complain about this mom, but you just gotta figure out whether it's Spadef or defensively and just prepare accordingly, in my opinion. Drill EQ, like a +2 EQ. If it's Spadef, hit it hard with Draco from Hydreigon. Like a +2 Draco should do the work, or do the trick, honestly. Freeze Drive from Kyurem, like there's too many like things here. Like Discharge from Rotom, I guess. Um, Zeraora does well against it. I think it 2-hit KOs, shit like that, but I'm not sure on that. Psychic moves as well, so Hat does well against it. Clef? No, Clef doesn't, like, it's a stalemate at that point, but you get the gist. So yeah, Pex, while it is very, very annoying, it's not too bad. Like in the situations where you're going up against Pex and it's stalling you out, that's like where the moment you've lost already, in my opinion. So you just can't get it to that. So T-Tar, CC, any fighting move, Mach Punch, body press, anything, pretty much the same principle as Bisharp. You just hit it hard with body press, CC, shit like that. And Zeraora, see a lot of people complain about this as well. And Zeraora has definitely been dying down. People just use it for its speed, honestly. That's just the best thing going for it. So you can figure out its set. I think Combine has died down currently. I've seen a lot more bulk up / like just offensive in general with Life Orb. But like not Cinderace, what am I saying? Like bulky offensive mons, Aegislash does well against it. Not can't kill, so you can get like free kills on this if it's like chipped down. Like a lot of these things are like situational. Like I hate when people ask like 1v1 checks. It's like okay, but that's not usually the scenario. Like sometimes the check is chip, sometimes like the game is very, very fast paced, shit like that. What checks it? Toad checks it pretty well. I haven't seen Grass Knot too much at the moment. What else? I've seen Play Rough on it though, so you gotta watch out. I was gonna say Komodo, but like I said, watch out for Play Rough. Certain Scarf mons as well, like Scarf Gengar, do well against it after some chip. But that's why Zeraora is that good. Like it gets a lot of coverage, so it can hit you hard, and it's fast. So you just run a Scarfer that hits harder than this. How do I normally deal with this? Yeah, usually I just like at the moment the team I'm using, I just set up Sand or go Hippo. Like Hippo is a great check to this as well, paired with Drill. So even if it does kill with Grass Knot, you just bring in Drill and destroy it. So that's pretty much it. Let's see if I missed any UU mons that I want to talk about. But honestly, I don't think there is. I think they all moved up to OU. Honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got something out of it. Videos coming soon, you guys. Just DLC content. I cannot wait for DLC to come out. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that. So thank you guys so much.